The fluorescent lights hummed above, casting a sterile glow on the aisles of cleaning supplies. Sarah browsed the shelves, her hand hovering over a rainbow of trash bags, lavender and lemon, her usual. It was a mundane chore on an otherwise unremarkable Tuesday evening.
Those any good?
A raspy voice startled her. She turned to find a man, clad head to toe in black, staring intently at the trash bags. His face, obscured by the shadow of a wide-brimmed hat, was a gaunt canvas etched with an unsettling smile.
"They're all right," Sarah mumbled, a chill creeping down her spine despite the supermarket's warmth.
Lavender and lemon, the man echoed, his voice a low growl. An odd combination for something so disposable. He chuckled, a dry, crackling sound that sent shivers down her back.
Sarah quickly moved on, a knot of unease tightening in her stomach. She glanced back to find the man still watching her, his smile wider now, revealing teeth stained an unnatural shade of yellow. Heaving a sigh of relief, Sarah finally finished her shopping. As she pushed her cart through the automatic doors, a flicker of movement in the periphery caught her eye. The man in black stood across the parking lot, his gaze fixed on her. Her heart pounded in her chest. It was probably just a coincidence, she told herself, her grip tightening on the shopping cart handle. She hurried towards her car, the man's unwavering stare burning into her back. Days turned into a blur of unease. Every time Sarah ventured out, she'd catch glimpses of the man in black, a fleeting shadow at the edge of the park, a dark figure lurking across the street. He never approached, but his presence was a constant, menacing pressure. Her once mundane routine was now laced with paranoia and a growing sense of dread. Sleep offered little solace. Nightmares plagued her, filled with the man's chilling laughter and the suffocating scent of lavender and lemon. One particularly unnerving evening, Sarah sat alone in her dimly lit living room, a book lying forgotten in her lap. A strange scent wafted through the air, the unmistakable aroma of lavender and lemon, stronger and more cloying than she remembered. She scanned the room, her heart pounding, but found nothing. The scent seemed to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Then, a sound from outside. A soft scratching at her back door. Her breath caught in her throat. He had found her.
Fear propelled me towards the phone. I had to call someone, anyone.
As she reached for the receiver, the scratching stopped. Silence.
Hesitantly, I approached the back door, my hand trembling as I reached for the curtain. Empty. Just the neighbor's cat, I told myself, my pulse slowly returning to normal. But the scent of lavender and lemon lingered, a haunting reminder that I wasn't imagining things. This was real, and it was getting closer.
Days turned into weeks, each encounter with the man in black chipping away at her sanity. His presence was a constant shadow, his motives a terrifying mystery. One night, the scratching returned. This time it was accompanied by a low, guttural growl that sent chills down her spine.
I rushed to the window, my heart pounding. There he was, standing in the moonlight, his eyes burning into my soul. He held up a trash bag, lavender and lemon. A cruel smile spread across his face. I slammed the curtains shut, the image of his grinning face seared into my mind. That night, sleep evaded me entirely. Fear had become my new reality.
Desperate for a sense of security, she called her friend Mary, begging her to stay the night.
Mary, though skeptical, agreed.
The night wore on, the silence punctuated by Mary's soft snores. Just as Sarah started to relax, a blood-curdling scream shattered the stillness.
"Mary!" I bolted upright, my blood turning to ice.
The bedroom door swung open, revealing a scene of unimaginable horror. Mary lay on the floor, her lifeless eyes staring vacantly at the ceiling. And standing over her, his clothes stained crimson, was the man in black. He held a trash bag, its contents spilling out onto the floor, lavender and lemon. And
the following days were a blur. The police, their faces etched with grim determination, swarmed my house, their questions echoing in the void left by my terror. But no answers came. The man in black had vanished.
Weeks later, the horror of that night still clung to her like a shroud. As she drove past the police station one day, a flash of yellow caught her eye. There, leaning against the station wall, was a single trash bag. Lavender and lemon.
My breath hitched in my chest. He was still out there,